evening, Carrie here. Hey, I'm going to talk to you guys about the different opinions I've had on correction. I went to two traditional orthodontists that um, neither were really qualified to do this. Just I'll tell you guys that off the top. Okay, first one I went to was a younger female. She's probably been in business about 5 years. She was taught a little newer school ways. She has admitted that she never pulled any kids' teeth out, and she was adamantly against that. So if I had a child, I think I would probably trust her in that situation. But because my case is so complicated or different, I think I need somebody who's done this a couple times before. Um, what I liked about her was when she felt my jaw pop, she really emphasized with me on the pain of the joint rubbing together. She said, that is one of the biggest side effects of extraction orthodontics. There's a very, very high percentage that end up with TMJ, which I was glad that she told me and she understood. And she also flat out admitted the other guy did poor planning on me, which I appreciated very much. She wanted, though, for me to lose 4 teeth before she would even work with me. She wanted me either to take out my wisdom teeth or the 4 in front of them, so I would be down to 24 teeth total, and then we would reopen the gaps, and we would use Invisalign, which I was happy about that part because, and the Invisalign was only 7,000, which I was okay with, that part. I just wanted her to try to work with all my teeth. I think that was the downfall for me on this. Well, that and she didn't want to use any kind of expansion device. I know adults can have expanders. I know from my TMJ group, the only ones that have had really successful results have used upper and lower expanders. And I said, I'll pay $1,000 extra for a row. Let's just try to work with the teeth I have, see how much room we can create. No, she didn't want to do that. She wanted me to lose 4 other teeth, and she even mentioned moving things backwards, and then she'd create the gaps again where they were because all she'd do is move them backwards in the hole of whatever tooth I lost, which I really didn't want to pay money for because, that's just lazy, I thought, because I really wanted her to work with the teeth I had. Um, but, it is what it is. Anyway, she was pretty nice. I liked the fact that she was kind of sympathetic and she understood what had happened, but she admitted to me that she's never done an extraction reversal before, which for me that was like, I don't want to be a guinea pig here. This is going to cost a lot of money. So what she was quoting was 7,000 for Invisalign, 20,000 for jaw surgery. Well, I would obviously need jaw surgery because nothing was going to be moved forward. Everything would just go back into whichever tooth she took out. They would just fill in that, and then I would have another gap to get the crowns and the implants. Um, and then it would be 20,000 for jaw surgery. So 20 for jaw surgery, 13,000 approximately for the implants, and 7,000 for Invisalign, which I was happy she was willing to work with Invisalign. Oh, and there's one thing I really didn't like when the orthodontist in her came out, and actually the traditional orthodontist in her came out. Um, I had said to her, there's other orthodontists on island. She goes, oh, there's only one. We split both of the clients here. And I was like, no, what about this one? What about that one? Oh, well, they don't have very many patients. So, I'm like, well, I don't care if they have very many patients or not. I want to know, what my options are. Okay, so that kind of upset me because, it was a real quick cover on her part, and I just kind of had this all lined up pretty much walking in. Um, okay, so that was the first opinion I had. Okay, now the more recent one I had, my jaw was popping crazy the whole time, and every time I mentioned TMJ or TMJ pain, he would like point to the wrong area. He'd go, it hurts up here, right? I'm like, no, it hurts back here because you got to look at where my jaw was moved back to. Oh, he just really, every time I brought up TMJ, he wouldn't change the subject. I said, look, I have no tongue space, I have sleep apnea. He would go, oh, can you touch your tongue to your nose? I'm like, that's not even funny. Why would you even say that to me? Okay, so he wanted me, instead of having jaw surgery back here, to get my gum cut up here and move everything forward, but he didn't want to do it without losing my wisdom teeth. So I was kind of like, here we go again. You're going to move everything forward now. You're going to have room, but yet I got to lose 4 teeth. He said, yeah, because they're going to want to cut where they are to move everything forward. And I'm like, first of all, I really didn't want to be cut up because everybody I've talked to that's had that in my TMJ group has never really had successful results and ended up wondering why they had surgery in the first place. Almost every single one of them has told me this later on. So that was that. Also, he would not use Invisalign. He said this is just too complicated of a case. Also, he said my teeth are crooked and I would need braces either way, maybe if I just wanted to keep the way I was, but I still need a full set of braces because I have crowding on my lower teeth. He says they're completely crowded and I would need to get braces anyway. I'm like, okay, well, you're the first one to ever tell me that I have crooked teeth. That's one thing I don't hear. Okay, so I was like, oh great, this is a total sales tactic again. Here we go. Um, so I was against the metal braces. I was against the pulling the teeth. I asked him about an expander. He said, oh, it wouldn't expand that much. I've seen some people on here, there's some adults on here that have had upper and lower expanders, and it's worked out wonderfully for them. Because, I mean, I didn't need surgery when I had all my teeth. I don't feel I should have to have surgery now. I mean, I just kind of think that getting 4 more teeth out is totally the lazy man orthodontics. Dr. Mew will tell you that, and so will Dr. Hang. You can see their videos in my favorites. If you lose 4 teeth, you just open the space for the orthodontist to work with. And to lose 4 more teeth, they would have had the space, plus they wanted to do the surgery. Totally different surgeries in both opinions, too, which kind of upset me there that there was no consistency in either of these two. And I asked him, I said, have you done an extraction reversal case before? And he goes, he thought about it for a second. He realized, oh, a few. And I'm like, okay, well, that kind of tells me something here, too. Since I live so remote, um, I was just kind of like, okay, so there's 2 more options, and I know they both pull teeth, and my regular dentist told me that. So I was kind of like, okay, great. So it's going to be really costly to get the next opinion. So it might be a little while till you see a video on that from me. But I really want them to work with the teeth I have. I really want to try upper expander and lower expander. I really want to try the coils as well, because I've read on the Functional Orthodontist website that they really need to use the coils to open these gaps. But other than that, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Oh, and the second one's like, oh, why do you think you have sleep apnea? I'm like, because I wake up with a dry mouth all the time and I can't sleep. I can't sleep on my back because my airway closes and I can't breathe. Oh, totally changed the subject on me. Well, when the first one was kind of like with the jaw that pops that bad, she's like, I don't question this. I know you have sleep apnea because almost every patient that has severe TMJ has sleep apnea too because you've moved your jaw joints back so far they're rubbing together. And when you do that, you're cutting into your airspace. And she totally knew, which I think she was a little bit more currently trained. But either way, I really want to find somebody that can work with the teeth I have. Kind of where I'm at. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful night. Bye.